I am not exaggerating when I say that this silly little game made for clowns and criminals might be my game of the year. I love weird and surreal games, and I don't know how to explain this game besides it's kind of a mashup of a roguelite with a tower defense with a match 3, and it is just batshit insane. So I'm just going to let you guys experience what I experienced here in the Titanium Court. A man steps on stage and taps a microphone. Good evening. Before we begin the game, there are a few announcements. First, due to unexpected circumstances, the part of the player will be performed by an understudy. A couple of audible groans and one muffled boo erupt from the audience. Now, there's no need for that. This kid may not be a star yet, but I've seen her rehearse and I can guarantee that she'll impress you. She may not have had time to memorize any of her lines, but, well, neither have any of you. The audience laughs. Second, we'd like to warn you that this production features a significant amount of obscenity. But before all the parents in the audience begin covering their children's ears, know this. This stage is enchanted, such that the obscenities can only be heard by those of sufficient emotional maturity to handle hearing them. And finally, the writing room would like to issue an apology for failing to complete the script before this performance. They are working on it as I speak, so it is my pleasure to announce that tonight's performance is also a race. Who will win, the writers furiously working to finish the script or the performers attempting to perform it? I can't answer that question, but I can announce that the race begins now. We hope you enjoy the game. What is this? I don't even know what to expect. Where should we start? You're walking through the woods. When the world around you shattered. This was both alarming and inconvenient. Isolated on a lone stretch of ground, you were transfixed as the broken landscape began to rearrange itself. So this is the puzzle match 3 part of the game. It's apparently a part tower defense, part match 3. I don't really know what to expect. I did get a free copy of this, so I do want to stay transparent. Your eyes followed trees and hills collapsing in lines of 3, as if the forests you knew were a knot becoming carefully untangled. You dared not move from your position as the ground beneath your feet quivered in anticipation of shattering further. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. You passed the time this way for who knows how long. Okay. So we're doing puzzle-based gameplay. Found your Slay the Spire PvP videos and recommended. It's awesome. Have a nice stream. Thank you. Until the court slid into view. At first you weren't sure you could trust your eyes. So I'm going to turn it down just a little bit. Let me know if that's not. But there it was, a great shining structure among the roiling landscape, something stable and enclosed, a shelter. You kept your eyes on it, hoping it would draw close enough that you might peer inside its windows. Okay, so my guess is we want to bring the court to us. Surprisingly, the court appeared able to move freely through the broken landscape, disregarding lines of 3 as it approached your position. And just as it came near, the shattered landscape lurched. With little warning, the forest snapped back together as if someone had pulled the knot of reality tight once again. Except by now it wasn't the forest you knew. It was hardly even a forest. You stood stretched and began the hike towards the court. A.P. Thompson presents. Later, while the sun hovered low over the horizon, there was a feast within the walls of the court. Hoping to avoid any attention, you sought out a more isolated part of the hall. An empty table near the exit where no one would pay you much mind. A sound plan, except the hall was soon overflowing with people, and your table was no exception. The young man seated to your right began engaging you in idle conversation. The weather, how you found the meal, the role of the individual in a society, how you preferred to make your bed, those sorts of subjects. Eventually, he inquired about how you came to arrive at the court. While answering my question quite thoroughly, while raising many more, he says as you conclude your tale, but forgive me, you haven't actually finished your story, haven't you? You admit there is a bit more, though you have yet to make sense of it. What is this game? And I just love weird games and weird indie games, so I knew I had to check this out because it was like described as like a game for clowns and criminals, and I don't know. This is so interesting. So the people within the court were earnest, but odd. After your arrival, you attempted to get some answers about your whereabouts and the strange circumstances outside, except they spoke mostly in riddles and nonsense, didn't they? They did. Let's find out where you are. So I click these. A man resting, so I can talk to different people. A man resting in the shade of the wall. A woman in a helmet doing her taxes at a picnic table. A pair in front of a blackboard discussing magic. And a small, I'm going to the cat. I'm going to the sunbathing cat. So that's me. We're going up to the cat. Said a small cat, meow. Your questions are numerous but inconsequential, for they overlook the current crisis. Meow. What crisis? Why, the crisis whereby my dinner is late. Meow. It is so late, in fact, that I'm not certain the concept of dinner isn't something I invented in a fugue of hunger. Meow. All other societal issues are mere trivialities in comparison to my plight. Purr. Please, stranger, might you fill up my bowl, thus ending this ravenous standoff? A woman behind you laughed. Oh, don't listen to him. He's been fed twice today already. Next, hold on, are you seriously going to tell me about every individual conversation you had in excruciating detail? Yeah, I will. Yes, you are, because if he lets you proceed uninterrupted, he'll learn that many of these next people played a part in what happened next. Fine. Then we're going to go to the man resting in the shade of the wall. Said the man, whoa, pal, before you ask me any more questions, you gotta know my deal. My deal is that I can only answer questions you haven't asked. So, as to where we are, no can do. Sorry, can't tell you. But what are we doing? Oh man, we're a court of fairies on a quest to find our missing queen. He looked to both sides, then said, so let me know if you see her. Just don't ask me where she is. Okay, we're gonna go to the woman in a helmet doing her taxes at a picnic table. Said the woman, I would love to tell you where we are, friend, but I haven't even figured out where we aren't. She gestured at a stack of maps on the table behind her. We're not in any of those places. Or at least we weren't. Who knows if that's true now that the tide has come in? You attempted another tactic, hoping to glean some information. Perhaps she could at least tell you the name of this place? Oh, we could just call it the court. Its full name is the Court of, something like the Court of Aluminum, but it starts with a T. The Court of Tungsten? I don't know. Maybe I'm new here and I'm bad with names, but at least I can give you mine. I'm Robin. Also, the game is called Titanium Court. So I think we're talking about Titanium Court. So that's Robin. She held out her hand, which you shook as you introduced yourself. Also, what is this button? Oh, yeah, just the other dialogue, in case you accidentally skip. Now, if you excuse me, I should try to sort this out before the tide settles again. Okay. And now a pair in front of a blackboard discussing magic. We're going to go there. I'm in love with this game already. There appeared to be a seminar of some sort taking place in the courtyard. A seminar on magic, if you understood the text on the blackboard correctly. So, okay, first you take a metaphor, then you stretch it real thin. Right. Like really thin. So thin you forget its original purpose. Then you inflate it. Right, just inflate the metaphor. I prefer to use my lungs for that. Then as it's inflating, you twist it. Like, hang on, like so. You still following? I think so. And hold on. Ta-da! There it is. It now resembles a dog, a delight for children and such. Ah, okay, so what happened to the metaphor? It's a lovely little balloon dog now. I see. They seemed a bit busy, so you left them to it. Okay, so now, what did the outside of the court look from atop the walls? Finding no immediate answers inside the court, you moved to the top of the walls and looked outward. Perhaps there was something you could see from the vantage that would shed more light on our situation. To the contrary, conditions outside the walls were even stranger than they were at the time of your arrival. The rest of the shadowed landscape had now melted away. The court stood alone amid a void. But not for long. Like a rush of water, new surroundings began to surround. Much of the new topography was familiar. You could identify fields, water, woods, and hills. But there was something else to see. A menacing group of other courts were also part of the landscape. You were not alone in noticing these. Someone shouted, "The war! The war! The war is here!" Someone else, "That can't be. Puck said no wars until we find the queen." Then perhaps he should explain that to them. Surrounded by the enemy on all sides and bereft of an obvious course of action, the people of the court began to pray. A man stepped forward and offered the first prayer. "I genuinely wish no harm upon our enemy. I merely pray they would fade into obscurity." Okay. So we can get rid of them via the match 3. Wow, I didn't expect that to work, but thanks. Is this a parody of The Shattering? Yeah, I don't recognize that, but you're probably right. The woman named Robin offered the next prayer. "My notes are quite clear on this. Prayer does not work. Our time is much better spent steering the court. Remember, their soldiers cannot cross water. We should try and take shelter behind a moat until the tide comes in." Okay. So what, There, now that the river protects us from nearly half of the field. Hills should also slow their advance. So, for my next prayer, but the next prayer did not belong to Robin. The next prayer belonged to the cat. "Meow. So long as we're making demands of God, then my wish as ever is to be fed." Psst. Hey, you probably didn't notice, but something just happened over here. What happened is by matching fields, the court just got more food. Similarly, other parts of the battlefield can be matched to earn water, wood, or I'm assuming gold. None of those fairies in the court will tell you this. Their religion forbids them from acknowledging the existence of the user interface. But I am a secular tooltip. I fear no god. I will do my best to provide you with this vital information. You're welcome. Yes, more of that, please. So more food. More food. Got a bunch of water. I am in love with this game already. I'm a sucker for weird games. Robin then bemoaned the loss of the moat. And why? And we face even more of the enemy than before. Why do I bother? The scholars at the blackboard now chimed in. We've identified the most strategically sound location. This spot right here. If we just steer over there carefully, we should be fine. Sitting pretty. But Robin interjected. Stop! Look at the clock. It's almost low tide. We have time left for only one more move. Hello again. So the clock and time left Robin alludes to is, in fact, this unassuming progress bar at the edge of your vision. Much like life, every move you make will deplete some of your remaining time. If we only have one prayer left, what do you suggest we ask for? We might as well pray for a miracle. Oh, well, that's a start. Apologies, but another explanation. From me, your humble tooltip is in order. The previous move chained multiple matches together. Because of this, you have earned some bonus time. For the fairies of the court, this might as well be a miracle. Is there any chance we could do that again, whatever that was? But there was no such chance. The next prayer would be the last one. Incidentally, the next prayer also belonged to you. Unsure of what any of this really meant, you imitated the people around you and made a pointless decision. I don't know. Whatever, I'll do that. The battlefield snapped together as the court snapped to attention. Places, everyone! Windows were shuttered, doors were slammed, throngs of people emerged from inside and formed a line near the gates. A tap on your shoulder, one of the scholars. We could use some help in the dressing room if you have a free hand. Along with the scholars, introduced to you as Hop and Skip, you sorted through a large pile of costumes, props, and weapons. Check the tag on that, would you? Make sure I put it together properly. Click and hold. Hold. Farmer, working fairy, gathers food from fields. If it looks correct, feel free to hand it out. Click to use. You handled the bundle of farmer's apparel to the first person in line. Unperturbed by the idea of harvesting wheat in the middle of a battle, they whistled as they marched out the front gate. Now do it again. Deploy another farmer. Now see if this one fits anybody. So what is this? This is a soldier. Offensive fairy attacks the enemy bases. You handled a bundle of armor and weapons to the next person in line. She tested the weight of a weapon in her hand. I haven't received any training, so I'm just planning to hit anything that doesn't belong to us. After the minimal preparation, the scholars considered their work finished. I'd place our chances of survival somewhat near abysmal, but I'm afraid this is the best we can do. A small mercy, at least, that the queen isn't here to witness this. And so you waited with the others for the battle to commence. Hello, I must pester you one more time before I take my leave. Observe, this is the undo button. Use it to change your mind as many times as you wish before starting the battle. However, the official editorial position of this tooltip is that you are liable to lose no matter how many times you change your mind presently. When you're ready to lose, use the play button to proceed to battle. Now I will leave you in peace. But should you ever desire the company of your loyal tooltip, all you need to do is click and hold over any button or tile, and I will do my best to explain it to you. So I could just keep buying more. What, farmers and whatever. And then we'll play. I'm assuming this is a tutorial where we're guaranteed to lose. Commence battle. So we have a soldier going out. We have farmers trying to go out and farm. Though people are coming and attacking us. Where? Dead? Just how many? Oh. The cat got a mouse? Okay. And then, sometime later, as the sun hovered low on the horizon, over the horizon, there was a feast within the walls of the court. The man to your right is beside him with laughter. Okay, so our court, caught off guard by a sudden war, stumbled behind enemy lines, made a token attempt at resistance, and was summarily toppled. Do I have that right? Yes, that does appear to be an accurate summary. Well then, I'm certainly glad I slept through that. As you look at your surroundings, a switch flips in your mind. Your own story makes little sense now that you think on it. How did you... Your companion pats your arm. Don't worry about it. If our court couldn't withstand physical destruction, we wouldn't last 5 minutes in the pull of the tide. But enough of that. It's about time I made some introductions. As you've narrowly avoided learning, this place is called Titanium Court. Meanwhile, I have the honor of being the steward of the court. My name is Puck, although my lovers and enemies call me Goodfellow. I am a chief advisor and friend eternal to our fair queen. As fancy as that sounds, in practice it means he's unemployed. One of the scholars, the man named Hop, has approached your table. He appears to have had a drink or two or four. He pulls up a seat between the two of you and assumes a jovial attitude. Guess the queen stood us up, good fellow. Lucky for her, I'd say. I'd skip town too if I knew what a sorry showing the court would make. But on the plus side, we can continue draining her wine cellar. Now, are you going to help me with that, good fellow, or are you just going to stare at me? I don't mind either way. Puck, staring at the scholar, mouth agape, slowly inhales and pinches his nose. What fools these? How drunk are you, Hop? The queen is right here. I've been here for the entire feast. Oh, an excited hush falls over the entire hall. Hop blinks, looks at you, looks at Puck, turns bright red. Oh, huh? I see it now. That calls for Her Majesty's finest vintage. I'll be right back. As Hop makes a quick exit, you look steadily at Puck and shake your head. There's no use denying it now, not after the tale you told me. If you'd like more proof, just take a look at where you're seated. You slowly take a look at your surroundings. Oh, so did time loop back or... Oh. Puck smiles. Now, if I may conclude my introductions, let me present the court to your majesty, and likewise. He stands up and addresses the entire hall as he says, long absent, the queen of Titanium Court, always a stranger, has arrived. Cheers erupt and dessert is served. I love this. You've seen the Ultra Kill update. I saw it came out. I haven't played it yet. Definitely want to do that at some point. To your left, Hop returned with an armful of glasses and bottles. And about time too, good fellow. Did you tell her about the war yet? Titanium Court. Chapter 1, a place beloved only of clowns and criminals. Hey! And then, just a short while after the feast, the court returns to war. You're in charge of the war now, Your Majesty. You should be fine. Just remember everything we taught you about magical warfare. Blinking slowly, you remind them at this exact moment they have taught you roughly nothing about magical warfare. Ah, good. She remembers quite clearly. High tide, while the field is broken, arrange it to your advantage. Inspect your available units, or consult the ever-changing map. Yeah, this game is hilarious. Well, I feel like we're just getting started. Okay, consult the ever-changing map. You don't know what any of this means. Okay, sounds great. And I could inspect my units. So I can't... Oh, I can. I can change this. Okay. So I definitely want to get rid of the enemy castles. Right. So this is kind of where the mix of the match 3 and the tower defense stuff comes in. This is very interesting. Okay. So I've ran out of progress bar, so now it locks in the board. Okay, make preparations for the upcoming war. So I can get soldiers or farmers. And apparently we use water for the farmers. Oh, well then I'll just buy max of both, right? Okay. So let's do it. Commence battle. Though there's a lot of enemies. So there's all the farmers. And there's our soldiers. Hey! Oh. I love this art style and everything. This is a really interesting game. Oh, our castle's being attacked. So we took 6 damage. Well, having now achieved some kind of victory in the war, you wonder if someone in the court might help you return home. It would be our pleasure if you can show us the way. Also, that was only one battle. There are many more to come if my notes are to be trusted. Okay, well, if you understand this map correctly, if it even is a map, there appears to be some sort of signage just ahead. Perhaps if you can reach those signs, you'll learn more about where you actually are, along with how to get home. And to reach them, we need merely be swept forward by the tide as we have been all along. Convenient. This is a very crazy game. Okay. So, back to puzzling. Now, I'm not a great puzzle gamer, so you guys are just going to have to accept that. And get over it. I can already sense the YouTube comments. Because I know, like, theoretically, the best thing to do is get, like, the chain reactions to get more turns, and then also to probably just get rid of castles seem to be pretty important. So there's a new thing we can do. Take a look at the storage unit. You're quite curious about what you might find inside the storage unit, but it's locked. Okay. Well, yeah, so we're gonna just, might as well just buy max amount of farmers and then max amount of soldiers. Maybe, I don't know. Though I don't know, we're probably wasting our resources, so I don't actually know. This music is such a vibe. I love the little pictures too. Like, we destroyed a castle, but it showed us a cat toppling something over. So all our soldiers are taking down that. Oh, there's the safe right there. The safe is literally on the board. Stop. Okay. New. Wait, aren't some of those enemy courts empty? You've noticed a subtle difference between some of the enemy courts on the battlefield. While many enemy courts have soldiers prominently stationed outside their gates, there are also plenty of them that appear to be completely empty. If you think you can maybe assume that these empties will not attack the court during the coming battle. Oh, you think that? Yes, you can assume that. Additionally, you can see when enemy soldiers will attack the court over here on the timeline. Even soldiers might be no threat if you can deal with their courts before they attack. Interesting. Well, still gonna get rid of a lot of them. There's a pumpkin now, so that's a thing. Let water. Oh, that was a big one. Nice. Even though I'm not good at them, I do always love a match 3 thing. Okay, that is a lot of castles that I really would like to get rid of, but I'm trying to think of a smart way to do it. Whatever. I'll just do that. Okay, there we go. Nice. That was a big chain reaction. Nice. Oh, I just got rid of so many castles there. Okay, low tide. So right now I'm going to just buy out all that I can. We've been bottlenecked on the gold here, but whatever. So, and obviously we could, maybe it would be smart to send out our soldiers first. Or maybe if we're being very threatened, right, then soldiers. That maybe makes sense. Okay, and then our soldiers do fight enemy soldiers on the map. But, you know, if we have the farmers out early, we're getting way more wood, so. Okay. A menacing bird cage suddenly appears in front of the court. Your Majesty, I have notes on this foe. Let me know if you'd like to see them. Robin has notes on how the bird cage behaves in battle. So it's right there. Right here, here's what my notes say. First, at the start of low tide, the bird cage will flood its surroundings with water. Following that, the bird cage will attack court with birds. Fighting it may prove tricky if it's always surrounded by water, because the court soldiers will be unable to reach it. You agree? You wonder if there's another approach the court could take. Either way, you thank Robin for the information. Interesting. Okay. Well, man. Well, let's just... Oh, man, it keeps spawning more. So, you want... I bet... I wonder if they will fight other courts. So let me get rid of all the courts on the left. Your Majesty, look, there's a chest resting on that patch of land. We should be able to recover its contents as long as it remains in sight until low tide. So we want to make sure that thing doesn't go disappear. So I won't switch around. There are a lot of birds over there. Okay, drop the bird cage down. I kind of am just going to try to surround them with other people's courts. And hope that they get attacked instead of us. There we go. Look at all those people you could attack. Also, a lot of chests. Oh, that's a lot of things. As low tide begin, the bird cage surrounds itself with a moat. We did get chests. A selection of goods are good for the taking. A bird, offensive winged fairy. Wait, I can make birds now? I can make birds. And then a gunboat, offensive rock, attacks enemies via water. And then we also got wood and water. Acquisition provides a brief surge of satisfaction. These chests are empty. It is now safe to shut them. Okay. So now we gotta prepare. So I'm gonna try to create the bird boat and then some birds of my own and a soldier on three soldiers on my own, another bird. I don't know if I should just be spamming them or if I should try to save them. That's the thing. I'll create a bunch of farmers and I'll create one more bird. We'll save a little bit. Actually, no, I said I was going to just spam them until I was told otherwise. So whatever, there we go. Okay, commence battle. So there's the boat. So that's cool. I can go in water and shoot other castles. This is so fun. Oh, man. I didn't even pay attention if those other birds hit the other castle. So my gunboat does seem to be gone. I think it got... Oh, I'm going to die. With time and repetition comes comfort. You feel your maximum level of comfort increase to 1. Okay. The next morning, you awake in a strange bed. The bed is strange, not just because it is not your usual bed, but because it is also not the bed you fell asleep in. Puck told you any room within the court might be the queen's, so you parted with him at the first room you found that wasn't already occupied. A small chamber beneath a staircase, a twin-sized bed neighbored by a nightstand and a lamp, a small desk in the corner, no windows. Meanwhile, the bed you awaken is queen-sized and contained within a spacious chamber that opens onto a balcony. The balcony overlooks the courtyard of your new home. You appear to be roughly 5 stories above the ground. Your bed chambers. Is this a roguelike match 3? I don't think that this is a roguelike. I don't really know what this game is. It seems like it might be a story. I don't know. If anybody knows if this is like a story that like you will eventually beat, and if so, how long, but I don't know. I don't know what this is, but those are the best type of games where you don't know what you're getting into, right? Take stock of my possessions. You look over the scant possessions that were on your person when you arrived at the court. Everything appears to be where you left it, with one irritating exception. Sometime between your arrival and now, you have managed to misplace your keys. In a way, you suppose you also managed to misplace the locks those keys are intended for. A mystery, admittedly, of much greater concern to you than the missing keys. Your bed chambers. What should you do? So we're going to leave. We're going to go explore the court. The courtyard. Couple things we can do. Return to the office, investigate the dining hall, and wait! There is a man named Puck! You have a lot to say to him. Let's go talk to Puck. The man named Puck is just across the courtyard. Perfect. You have many things you wish to ask him. Yet, as you draw near, he quickly exits the scene. You might be imagining it, but he seemed to retreat the moment he saw your approach. Okay. Let's go investigate the dining hall. We can now do something new, grab some breakfast. In the light of day, the feasting hall more closely resembles a common dining area. You collect some breakfast from a buffet, then look for a table. You would prefer to sit somewhere out of the way, near an exit, ideally hidden. You sit in the most nondescript location you can find, a corner near a trash bin. I knew it. Before you finished a bite, a whole host of fairy courtiers arrive with their meals and sit with you. They make idle conversation and a few honest attempts at answering your myriad of questions, none of them successful. As you complete your meal, you idly note that your table is now the most lively and boisterous table within the hall. You also note idly that despite his assurances that he would answer all your questions, the man called Puck remains nowhere to be seen. As a result of eating breakfast, you get a small bonus. You got 10 food. So now we're going to go out of the dining hall. Oh, we can now go to war or look out the window. Dude, what? This game just keeps doing shit. I don't know how to explain it. But like, things, I don't know, things just keep happening and I'm loving it. Man, I hope, dude, I already like want to turn this into a series, even if it doesn't do well. And I'm already doing that with too many games, but man, this isn't, like, this is my game. This game was made for me. I'm telling you, I love a game where it's just like random shit go, but like, I don't know, this is great. Okay, we're going to look out the window. But definitely let me know if you want to see this turned into a full series. The best is if y'all enjoy it too, right? That's the best of both worlds. But okay, so there are some dogs catching frisbees in the courtyard, just out of frame. Like, look at the doggies! This is amazing. Neat. Like, that's it. That's literally all that happened. Nothing happened besides we saw some PNGs of dogs. But I love it. It's getting late. You should see to the business of the day. Go to war. Okay, what happens if I... Oh, okay. So I probably... Because I can look at the map. Seems like we're in a new run. Let's go to war. So we're doing another run, I guess. After breakfast, the court goes to war. And as you ready yourself, a question. Your Majesty, is the intensity of the war to your liking? If not, please feel free to adjust the thermostat. The thermostat. Maybe make things a little easier on yourself. Current comfort. So we have one comfort. So it's almost like meta progression. So either we could, with her calculator returned to her, Robin can give you a detailed analysis of the battlefield, or start with more wood, increase market transition limit, more gold, or more water. Let's get a calculator. I don't know. That seems good. That seems good. Definitely seems like a parody of the fairy tale, The Shattering. Yeah, and that's fairy tale of how the world broke. I'm not familiar with it, but definitely seems like it. Okay. Yeah, let's get the calculator. Robin's calculator makes an appearance. I can't. It's too funny. Like, it's so normal and not funny at times that it loops back around into being the funniest shit I've ever seen in my life. I've been looking for that. Okay, yeah. Despite falling short of them yesterday, you're confident you can reach those signs today. Very good. Her Majesty's loyalty to this approach is quite admirable. How steadfast. So I don't know if I can control that or not. But here's the calculator. Consult Robin's battle calculator. Right, here's what my calculator says. There aren't any environmental hazards threatening the court that I can see. As for the enemy castles, our courts, these courts are empty, so we don't need to worry about them. Based on these calculations, it looks like the court is currently pretty safe. If we wish to maintain the position, we could just move the court around without disturbing the rest of the battlefield until low tide arrives. Either way, that's all I have. Feel free to ask again if the battlefield situation changes. Yeah, night, man. You can thank Robin for this information. Okay, so it's saying I could just move my thing around if I wanted to not disturb things, but obviously we probably want resources, right? Also, wait, what is this? Stump, a seat announcing new beginnings, the soapbox of the natural world. Interesting. So that is an enemy court right there. Though it got obliterated. Okay, so there is a chest as long as we don't clear that. No, oh, I thought I almost cleared it. 2 chests. These are still clear. So I don't think we really get anything if we clear the empty ones. This game, I don't know how I would explain this game to anybody else. All I can say is this game was made for me. That's all I can say. So also, it did say something about, like, wanting to be in the corner, but I don't know if that was just, like, strategy-wise, obviously it would be good. But okay, we got some chests. The temperature just went up a Celsius? Like, what the fuck? What is the game telling me that for? Okay, we get knights. This almost does kind of feel like a roguelike a little bit. Defensive. Is my time going down? Can't tell. Okay, so we have defensive fairy, defends your court, and we'll get some wood. Okay. So I don't know. There are no courts that are enemies. So could I do that again, by the way? Given this safely, we might want to spend this battle gathering resources or something. So you can ask multiple times. That is cool. You have a little consultant that'll just help you. I like that. I like that a lot. Okay, well, so I don't think... there's literally no war that needs to happen. So let's just farm, right? There is no battle that needs to happen. I could take down other courts, I guess. But I could be peaceful here. Oh, the temperature could be the comfort level. Oh, you're probably right. You're probably right. That's a funny, clever way to display that. This game, man, I love this so much. Like, we definitely got to get to a crossroads once this video, right? Okay, so new battle. Paradolic Pumpkin, a plant possessing a friendly false phase. And we do have some enemy castles here. Oh, I think I messed that one up. A tap on your shoulder. Robin points to a building in the distance. Your Majesty, that shop is neutral to this conflict. We should strongly consider stocking up on supplies. Of course, that's only if it stays in view. If it disappears before low tide, we'll have to wait until we pass another one. So, okay. So you have to keep them. I like that. You have to keep the shops and the items on the screen if you want to use them. I think that's really cool. Because if you're not careful, you could accidentally, you know, trigger them. So this is us. It's like I kind of want to move. These are empty. Well, I could get a lot doing this. Now there's enemies over there. Because it's like the moats protect you. Man, there's so many things going on. Okay. I'm going to try to move to the right. And we'll do these rocks so I don't accidentally kill the shop. And... oh, okay, you get gold from the stones. I understand that now. You're mining the mountains or whatever. I get it. I get it. I do love the graphics of this game. Reminds me of like an old C64 something, or like an early Mastery System games. I have to check them out, yeah, because this art style is absolutely sick. Okay. That's sick. Okay. So we can now go to the shop. You go into the shop to learn about the things that they have for sale. However, before you can proceed, the voice on the line stops you and asks you if you understand how money works. Because is it asking me how I know the concept of money? Because if I say, I'm going to say no, and they'll be like, you don't know how money works? I don't know how money works. You thought you understood a lot of things before your world shattered, and now you might as well understand nothing. Whoa, I don't need your life story, ma'am. I just got to make sure you know where money comes from. Let me explain. First thing you gotta know is where money doesn't come from. You probably used to getting stuff like the food, water, wood, gold randomly during high tide, right? Well, that's not gonna work for money. Instead, you earn money by doing your job. You do have a job, right? You don't think you have a job. Oh, come on. I have caller ID, you know. I know you're a fancy fairy queen of a fancy fairy court fighting a fancy fairy war. That's totally a job. Have more confidence. So anyway, fairy queens usually earn money by defeating enemy courts on the battlefield. Just knock down those little courts and money will pop out. Oh yeah. You can also get some money by selling stuff, maybe to us, but doing your job is a surefire method. Woo! Now that I've given you the talk, how about I tell you what we have for sale? So that explains what happens, why we would want to attack the courts. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I'm gonna tornado watch them. Well, stay safe for real. Man. Okay, so here's a shop. I guess I can also sell the things down here. Oh! No, cancel. But I could sell my own items. So it is interesting because you're buying things that you then have to buy with resources. So it's almost like kind of like a roguelike deck builder. I don't know. So barracks, offensive structures, produces 2 soldiers at the start of every battle. I love the concept. Oh, I can't afford those. Dang. Basic income. Working job. Receives a $2 paycheck. Oh, there's passives. Oh, the game's getting better and better. Or I could just trade stone for market prices. Well, I really want the income, but I don't think I should get rid of everything that I own. Because these are, oh, okay, the knights. You know what? I'm going to get rid of knights. We're going to sell the knights. And I'm going to buy a job. So I have a passive here. I bought a job. Beautiful. So we're going to get 2 gold per turn. Oh my, this game, the game is so funny and the dialogue is so great. And then the gameplay is genuinely so interesting. I understand why this game is blowing up. Because this game just came out a week ago. It's already got like 300,000-400,000 like overwhelming positive reviews on Steam. I understand why. So what we're gonna do here is there's a lot of enemies. So I'm gonna kill. Farmer. Sounds good to me. Okay, so we're here. We're gonna start pillaging. Last day we were like, nah, we'll play it safe. We're pillaging. We're pillaging here today. I have a job, and I'm also going to do my job of pillaging. Okay, so they're coming out of here. So I don't think they'll ever attack the other courts. It's almost like all the courts are on the same side against me, which makes sense, like gameplay-wise. Oh, we almost destroyed that, but whatever. We got a lot of money. Okay, I gotta be able to change something on the map, right? Let me look at the map. No, I can't. I can't change. Maybe that'll be a thing I'll be able to do later. I do like how it's. I think this is the best thing games can do is like have a tutorial that doesn't really feel like a tutorial. Like it feels like we're just playing a story game, but obviously we're still technically probably in a glorified tutorial, right? Like it's opening up more and more game mechanics. So, is that a billboard in the middle of Battlefield? It's true. There appears to be a billboard of some sort among the scattered elements of the terrain. You go to the outer walls of the court to get a better look. You need law. Says Robin, that thing gives me the creeps, Your Majesty, as if we're about to be sued just by looking at it. You agree, it might be best to look away lest you draw some unwanted legal attention. What? Helpfully informs you of available goods and or services. What? Okay. Interesting. Let's get rid of these. So if you get rid of all the courts, right, obviously you can't pillage them. Another structure wades into view in the distance. You suppose this is another, look, Your Majesty, a temple of market. Should you wish to pay your respects, it need only stay in the view until low tide. Correct. Correct. Your brilliance continues to blind. So once again, if we market forbids trading during high tide, But you can ask their forecasters to predict the future. So this isn't the this is a stock market. Market forbids trading during high tide. But here are our prices nonetheless. So, what, is it going to tell me I can't buy? Yeah. Book of Market 319. So, I'll be able to buy things. And probably, well, I don't know if you can sell resources. Okay, whatever. So we're playing the game. Let's get that castle out of the way, or court. I keep wanting to say castle. So if I moved that there, we wouldn't be able to go to the market. Oh. We're not going to the market, you guys. We're not going to the market. We're not going to the market. It's not happening. But we got a bunch of extra turns because of the chain reaction. Okay, those are a lot of empty courts now. Oh. Okay. So we could go to the market, trade generic assets. I don't know. I don't know. I think I'm fine, to be honest. So let's make... I think I want to pillage a lot again. We're going to max out on our soldiers, which were the lower tier guy, right? We sold our better tier guy in exchange for buying a job. So we're getting 2 per. I just love the random pictures that pop up. This is sick. I'm trying. I feel like I'm recognizing the music, but I'm not. We haven't played the game enough for me to do my stupid little thing. We go play Crab Champions. I've got those songs memorized. Okay. And now the court finds itself surrounded by catapults. To be perfectly precise, those appear to be trebuchets. Given that trebuchets are a subcategory of catapult, you don't see any reason why you can't just call them catapults. Very well, my queen. I retreat in the face of your overflowing wisdom. Oh, wait. For some reason, am I the queen? I get that they said the queen was back and then I didn't see, and then I woke up in the queen's bed. I think I was thinking something else. I thought I somehow got together with the queen. I think I am the queen. So we got a girl boss, gatekeep, gaslight all over the place. Okay. So what the hell are these trebuchets? Sorry, well, catapult. Matches with all courts, fires from a distance, but is blocked by hills. And decently flammable. So I do not want these. I do not want those to hit me. A strange building comes into view. As you observe it, the phone in your office rings. Yeah? Hey, Titanium Court, Your Majesty? I'm calling from the Glass House. Yeah, we sell potions. As our name suggests, we firmly oppose the act of throwing stones in any and all forms. Therefore, we'd like to offer our full support to Titanium Court in your campaign against these stone-throwing trebuchets. To start, here's a pro tip, free of charge. Hills will block the projectiles fired by catapults. Just surround your court with hills and you'll be safe. And if that doesn't work, we'll sell a variety of instant use potions that can help you deal with this threat. Give us a call sometimes, we'll be happy to help. Click. Who was it, Your Majesty? You explained that it was a telemarketer, albeit one whose pitch might prove useful. Wow, rare. So can we do this at any point? Okay, so once again, you can't buy. Or you can't buy, before we do the puzzles. But they will sell, want to set something on fire. So these are all single uses. Set something on fire. Geology can make mountains out of molehills and other terrain. Flood insurance ensures a flood wherever it... Wait a minute. It's not flood insurance, it's flood insurance. I get it. Statistically, a potion of teleport is the safest way to travel, and they all cost resources, not gold. Okay, good to know. Well, I mean, in the easy cases, we can just get rid of the trebuchets, right? So, though, I also am just surrounding myself. Okay, let me just do that. Yeah, there we go. Oh, I am completely surrounded now. And then, honestly, yeah, like, we could always... I'm going to look at the calculators... So I also, at sometimes, I could do this, but then I would be losing, the shelter that I currently have. Not that I need it though, and that is a resource I need, so I could live with that. And you can't undo this, I don't think. I don't think you're allowed to undo here, which is fair. Which also, once again, I'll just match the trebuchets with the trebuchets. Oh, wait, I got a lot of turns back, though. Because that's the thing. If you start matching a lot of shit, you get a lot of your turns back. This is such a good game. Like, this is good on so many levels. The writing is 10 out of 10. The music... You know, I haven't listened to enough of it, but seems very good. I don't know if I'll go as far as say 10 out of 10 yet, but it's great, right? The art style I love. Game, like, this is a good game. It's just a good game. It's as simple as that. This is being blocked. Wait a minute. Do that. There we go. I'm protected. I don't even need the calculator. Though I could. Let's see if she says something. Here's my calculator says, all those calculators looks like they'll miss the court, so we can ignore them. As for enemy courts, there aren't any. That's rare. It's pretty safe. Gather resources. It's almost like the, oh, because those are both hitting. Oh, I was thinking I might be, like those might hit me, but no, we're fine. Okay, let's, yeah. I might still buy something. Do I have to use them now? I'll buy the flood. Do I have to use it now? I gotta use it now. Okay, I don't need anything. I'm fine. We're fine. So we're gonna just buy a bunch of farmers. That's really it. There's no reason for us to spend our resources here. Gosh, this game is cool. I hope that we'll be able to make at least the make it to the sign or whatever. And it doesn't seem like they can even destroy the boulders at any point. I definitely want to get another unit, though. We still just have the 2 starter units because I sold the one for a job. But it's like there's a little bit of everything. Like sometimes, you know, you're not puzzling all the time. You know, you're not like it's like you're not reading all the time. I mean, obviously there was a lot of reading at the beginning, you know, because we're figuring out the story and the lore, but it switches, like the gameplay loop is really good, I think. The catapults continue their assault, although you note that there are now slightly fewer of them hanging around. Okay. And it reset us, so I don't think you can. It doesn't seem like you can like prepare for future ones, right? Because that's the whole gimmick, is everything's whatever it's called, shifting and moving. So just gonna make sure that we're protected, right? Now if I do that, we won't be. But once again, I kind of need that resource anyways, and I'm sure we'll have time to find other things. Man, a lot of catapults over here. Now I can move me, but actually I might be protected because they shoot in the. Yeah, I'm actually protected as it stands right now, even though there's a million of them. So I'll just try to gather resources here on the right side of the map because ultimately I am protected. Now, if I do this, I might not be as protected. That's the thing. It's like, do I risk it? I'll risk it over here. 'Cause Yeah, there we go. There we go. Oh no. Dude, oh my gosh. I can just buy potions if I need. I can also eliminate a lot of these. But you don't expect like some of the chain reactions that happen. At least I don't. I don't have a very big brain, but that's okay. Okay. There we go. Got rid of those catapults. So I think I'm protected again. Oh, not from that. Those can hit me. Oh, geez. Okay, wait a minute. Something might be hitting me. Let's talk to the advisor. I like this calculator. Those catapults look like they'll miss, so we can ignore them. But these catapults will hit. And there aren't any courts. Small peril. 1 or 2 units could solve it. Should have made 1 attacker to see what they dropped. I don't know if these are courts. Though, I guess they are. I don't know. I don't think they count as courts, but maybe we'll try that. I'll buy one, try that. First of all, let's look at potions here. Though, honestly, I'll create a mountain right there. And now we're good. That was a very good use of 3 gold. And I could undo that if I wanted to. So I will create 1 dude for us to see. And then we'll get a bunch of farmers here. So let's see. So it takes them a while to travel through the mountains. Okay, we are hitting the catapult. Let's see if I get a gold. I don't even know if we're going to kill him. Oh! Oh, and I can fast forward if I want. They killed the person! Though I don't think we don't save the people, but and you can fast forward if you like, which maybe we'll start doing. The tide washes away the last of the catapults. You appear to have weathered the storm. The threat of the catapults now eliminated. The glass house pulls up next to the court, and you receive another phone call. Oh my gosh, are they about to betray me? The salesman offers congratulations for your victory and asks if there's any further assistance he might provide. You answer immediately, asking if he knows a way for you to return home. Oh, definitely. Let's pull over somewhere and I'll draw you a map. Oh, now we're next to each other. I love that it's like playing out. Like there are cutscenes, even though they're not like, it's in this art style. The salesman shows you the map and explains the directions. Okay, so you've seen this before, right? You have, but no one thus far has offered an explanation. Oh, no, I'm not talking. You have, but none thus far has offered an explanation for any of it. You assumed it was some sort of map. Hey, it kind of is, but it changes every day. So I'd say it's really more of a weather map. But it's pretty simple. Each of these rows is a battle. Within a given row, each column is a battlefield. Do you follow? No, you don't. You'll figure it out. But importantly, did you know you can choose from 3 potential battlefields before every battle? No, you did not know that. Anyway, here's where you're at right now, smack in the middle of a war. To get home, you're first going to have to make it to victory, which is right up here. Before or after the dragon? After, of course. But making it to the end isn't enough. After that, you'll need to make an exit. Make an exit. Given the abstract nature of movement through the tide, would he be willing to elaborate on that? Oh yeah, it's confusing, right? These routes were conjured back in the 60s. Everyone was hopped up on allegory or something. Around here, making an exit means you gotta consciously leave the path you're on. Like you gotta fundamentally change as a person. Okay? This might be a long shot, but does he have any specific advice for how you might do that? Preferably in a safe and non-traumatizing way. Do I ever? Your Majesty, that's our specialty. He sweeps his arm back to reveal a shelf of I'm having a stroke. It's okay. To reveal a shelf of bottles under a marquee that reads love potions. Is he attempting to make a joke? Not at all. Nothing changes a person more than love. Okay, you take a deep breath. If his love potions function like those described in stories, i.e. forcing an individual to fall in love with a person they otherwise have no interest in, then you have absolutely no interest in them. Based. Your Majesty, with all due respect, that's messed up. I don't sell anything like that. You've been hearing some weird rumors, huh? I blame my competition. Please, let me set the record straight. My potions cannot create love from nothing. They merely expand the love that already exists within you. Seeing your shoulders relax a bit, he continues his pitch. Now, if you're new to love potions, I definitely recommend starting small. He pulls a potion off the shelf. Like this one, full of love for something called baseball. This one is great for beginners. The effects are really mild. Drink it and you'll end up liking this baseball just a bit more than you already do. That's it. You suppose that doesn't sound relatively You suppose that does sound relatively harmless. If he also thinks it will help you return home, you might as well give it a try. Perfect. Oh, come on. Put your wallet away. I'm not going to charge you for it. Just take it. And so you return to the court with a new map of the war and a single complimentary potion of liking baseball. Okay. Now you have a certain idea of what you're looking at. Based on what the salesman told you, this is either a map or a weather report. Either way, the important thing is that you can choose which upcoming battle to traverse. Cool. So we were expecting that at some point. What does that sound? Oh, it's the start of music. That's what I thought. It just kind of went on for a little bit. Okay. There's archers, there's scamps, and goons. There's extra wood, missing fields. We don't need fields. There's a market. Okay, we'll do this. Boats and goons. Yeah, we'll go here. That's fine. Path to hell starts with a single step. Okay, so there's a new sign on the battlefield. You look through a spyglass at the sign in the distance. Dead end. Oh, I know this one. This is a memento mori. I hear they are popular among mortals. This one is quite simple, perhaps, even unrefined. It says dead end, so any mortal who reads it remembers exactly what awaits them at the end. In case they forget, precisely, you deem it unnecessary to offer any sort of correction. So they've got boats. There's a sign. Oh my gosh. Yeah, there's no way. This is all gonna go perfectly to plan. Also, wait, some of these. Oh, there's different types of woods. Spicy. You guys are. Oh, but you. Yeah, you guys are gonna have to deal with as these puzzles get harder. Some excruciating pain, but it's okay. It's okay. Just close your eyes and listen to the music while I suck ass at puzzles. Okay, so this is just pirate coves. Matches with all of those. Produces gunboats. I do like that all courts match with all courts. Oh my gosh. That is pretty cool. Yeah, this music. The more I play, the music is not that I didn't like it to begin with. It was too early for me to be like it's a masterpiece. It is a vibe. I'm liking this music a lot. Oh, there we go. Here we go. It is music. There we go. Oh, big match. So, I mean, just in general, I feel like I know that you can strategically try to line things up. And I think there's instances where you for sure want to do that. But for the most part, I'm kind of just matching things. I don't like that these guys are right next to me. So I'm going to actually try to move away. But dude, moving yourself, damn, is a whole thing. I'm going to move a bit more. Man! Okay, wait, but they're gonna have to go through the mountains. So I did legitimately hide myself between mountains here. Now, battle calculator, they're gonna say you're there. Yeah, you need to fight. There's no environmental hazards. Everybody is deploying units. Detailed analysis of each. You know what? I'm fine. This is a very thoughtful game. Even Because I do want to just a quick notification. I like that. I like that it's like, do you need to know about everything? I think I'm okay. I'll probably okay. It's not going to change what I'm doing because I'm just going to honestly build max units. That's too many, right? That's too many. I'll do a solid amount. And there's no reason. Yeah, and I'll do some farmers. Yeah, okay. I don't need a whole army, I don't think. Maybe I make one more at the end. I don't want to. That's the thing. I don't know if I need to be holding on to these resources super well or not. I don't know. Beat him up. Dude, I also have 16 gold. I need to look. I should have done that. I need to look for a shop. That's what I need. That is for sure what I need. Oh, I'm being shot at. Oh, they are shooting at me through the mountains. But they're shooting at my people. They're shooting at my farmers. Fucking rude. Whatever, we're fine. I might have used a lot of resources. I don't know. Okay, I need a shop. There's rare chests and chests there. There is a shop here. There's a market there. No, I want the shop. So we're going to have to deal with birds and goons. That's fine. I need a shop. And it looks like after this, we're going to have the boss. So this is a perfect time for me to actually spend my gold, considering that was my build. So, okay. Matches with all these produce skybound birds. So once again, if I can just get them off the board, I don't have to worry about it. Now, I think the downside of that, I believe... Like, let's see, if we match this... Yeah, if you match the courts, you don't get... Also, there's a safe. You don't get gold. You have to pillage it to get gold. But I'm doing a gold build. I don't think I really need the gold. I did just put myself... Oh, God. Oh, Lord. Okay. Oh, wow, I'm surrounded by enemies, bro. So I can go to the shop. Okay. Ranger works defensive. Working defensive fairy. It gathers wood and it defends your court. Okay. Airlift could be good. You have to pay. That's a spell. You have to pay a lot to move, though. Working spell. Move in any direction as long as it's vertical. Working structure duplicates the first 3 units you produce each battle. Wait, I'll buy that. So I choose? It has to be on water. So I'm going to build it there. Duplicates the first 3 units you produce each battle. That is sick. So we're going to go back to the shop. Yeah, probably buy the Ranger. This is actually going to be sick. And I will buy the airlift spill. And I will buy some water. Okay, that's probably good. Okay. So unit-wise, I'm just going to build... Yeah, let's duplicate, 6 Rangers. And then probably I could just move, but I think we gotta just go for it. Right, we'll build some soldiers. And then a bunch of farmers. So let's see. Let's see. Come on, Rangers, go! Oh. Okay, they're only going to fight units. Okay, well, they're going to work. There we go. Second a unit comes, maybe the Rangers will handle it. I don't know. I don't really know. But we're taking down a lot of these courts. And we haven't taken damage yet. Maybe I used too many of my resources considering we're about to fight a boss. Once again, I don't know. I don't know. This is our first... Well, I guess this is our second run. So, fighting the dragon now? Oh no. Oh no. As the court moves motionlessly across the void, it suddenly encounters a neighbor. Your courtiers cry out in alarm. You spy a great dragon soaring above his lair in the distance. The legendary apex predator opens his mouth and addresses the court. Here is what he says. Yeah, hey! Can I get a hangout? Hang on, let me look at the menu. He sweeps his gaze over the court, doubling back when he catches sight of you atop its walls. Oh man, I'll have the Fairy Queen combo meal. Okay, so I am the queen. No pickles. What battlefield should the court traverse? Oh gosh. Hills. Hills. Oh, but there's a dragon. Wait, is the dragon going to be there regardless? I think the dragon's going to be there regardless. I'll deal with catapults again. But is there going to be a dragon here? Also, there is also a dragon here. Why is he a bearded lizard? A dragon's lair home to a predator. Also the remains of a hatched egg. Robin has a note on how the dragon behaves in battle. Right, here's what my notes say. The dragon's first priority is to cook every fairy we send into the field. Once all our units are cooked, then he'll turn his attention to the court itself. If we can find a way to spread our units far and wide, we might be able to withstand his assault. Or we could try to keep our units on the hills or water, where fire is much less effective. But even if he doesn't burn the court directly, we're still in danger of catching fire from the neighboring fields and woods. And those are all the notes that I have. Also, what is this? Oh, we could just... Yeah, I have 50 food. Do you want 50 food, dragon? Your scholars determine that based on current meteorological readings, an adequate bribe would be 50 food. There you go. I just get to skip the whole boss fight. I love that. I actually love that. Aware of the dragon's voracious appetite, you offer him a sizable amount of food in exchange for our lives. What? Is this some kind of new promotion? You're gonna give me free food to not eat here? I mean, I'm not gonna say no to free food. While the rest of your court rejoices at his departure, you are more restrained. You strongly doubt this will be a permanent solution. In fact, you wouldn't be surprised if the bribe ultimately serves as an incentive for the dragon to seek out the court once again. I got an economic victory. Moral, a penny saved. So there's like different endings and stuff. Oh my gosh, this game is so... I definitely feel like I want to play more of this in the future. Having demonstrated, because I feel like it's probably going to be a good stopping point. Having demonstrated your burgeoning skill, your tolerance for a new challenge grows. You feel your maximum level of strife increase to 1. This almost is kind of like a roguelike. With the war now behind you, you encounter a memorial dedicated to its victims. There were 28 casualties in this war. Some among your courtiers roll their eyes at this. Oh, they'll be back. Now, having expended much of its energy during the day, the court retires to bed. You awaken suddenly in your chambers. Something about your surroundings doesn't feel right. You can't see much as you look out from your balcony. The sky is pitch black. Something is clearly wrong with the courtyard. You've never seen it so disordered. The ground shakes and your stomach churns. Taking a deep breath, you keep your sights on the door. What? Well, here, I'll just... Oh, there we go. Okay. After moving through many unfamiliar halls, you suddenly find yourself in front of the court's great gates. Perhaps the court is trying to tell you that now would be a prudent time to depart. Who can say? Explore the west ring hallways, try to open the gates. Yeah, let's just try to open the gates. You make an attempt to open the great gates of the court. They don't budge. You note that there are 4 locks on the gates, leading you to assume that 4 keys of some sort will be necessary to open them. Oh my gosh. So we're going to explore the west wing. Oh my gosh, we can keep going? The hall seems to stretch out forever in this direction. Labyrinth entrance. Have you been here before? Might as well keep going. What? So we're literally in a puzzle now. The ladder, back where you came from, the stairs. Let's go downstairs. You end up getting lost. Okay, it's not there. Okay. There's a note taped to the door, which now appears to be locked. It reads, because they wasted Her Majesty's time, these labyrinth hallways are being reprimanded. They are currently in timeout and will not be available again until tomorrow. Oh, that's cool. So you have to do the labyrinth across multiple runs. Okay. Okay. Love the lore. Okay. Let's go to the painting looks strange. What? There's a baseball scoreboard. It seems to be a scoreboard of some sort. Perhaps you can assume that home refers to the court. We're going to go to my office. What are we going to do here? Let's go to my office. Like, I feel like the lore and the world building really makes me, like, it's honestly really immersive. Like, it's almost like D&D. Like, it's explaining in detail so much that I can, with the little visuals that I have, but like paint a picture in my head of this whole story in this world. You move to enter your office and are surprised to discover that the door is locked. Or maybe it's just stuck. Someone seems to have wedged a bunch of pamphlets in the gap between the door and the frame. You pull one of them out. The cover simply reads, "The key to success begins with 30 gold." The rest of it just is various photographs of handshakes. So I'm assuming we get one of the keys by having 30 gold. Okay, well, it looks like you're not getting this door open right now. Okay, we can now go to the East Wing. I also like that it's very obvious at what you've done. Like, I don't feel overwhelmed at all, honestly. And these types of games, I feel like when there's so many things to do at once, it can be overwhelming, but like, it does a really good job of just making sure you've kind of done everything, you know? Like, if there's not anything that says new, you're probably fine going on. So enter the room marked by the dragon statue. The Fountain of Youth. What should you do here? Have a drink at the bar. You find yourself in a sleepy pub. A sign near the door identifies it as the Fountain of Youth. You're not sure why you've never encountered this place before. Oh yeah, ma'am, only open at night. That's us. Drink. Yes, actually, that does sound appealing. Oh, that we got us closer to the comfort level. A new meta progression, I think, is what that is. Because that's what we got earlier. As you sip, a man collapsed on the bar next to you begins mumbling something in your direction. Hey, lady, got some want to say to you. With his head down and eyes closed, you don't think he's talking to you. Oh, no, yeah, he totally is. You should pay attention, ma'am. This guy's a regular prophet. The prophet proceeds. Yeah, okay, you just never got burned by Mr. Dragon Guy. What's up with that? You're supposed to get burned. That's so fun. Like, the game is reacting to the fact that I got an economic win versus a normal win or a death that you would. The game. Wow, this is very interesting. Like, I straight up feels like it's responding to my actions, which is just crazy. Honest to God, this might be in my top 10 games of the year so far. Like, I just genuinely. I don't know. This is so good. This is such a good game. Okay. So if you understand correctly, he thinks you were supposed to lose to the dragon. Personally, you take no issue with failing to burn to death, as incorrect as it might be in his view. Psh, you'll be, because I'm assuming the game probably is supposed to be introducing a death warp, like some more part of the story, right? Psh, you'll be fine. It's fine. But let me tell you something, okay? Okay? Yeah, let me tell you something. You need a dragon fire to ignite to the light of youth. After saying this, he briefly raises his glass in your direction, then turns his head away and starts to snore. Oh yeah, that was a good one, ma'am. The kind of portent I'll be heeding if I were you, you know? You drink now finished, you stand up from the bar. So that is telling me, hey, you're going to probably get one of the keys, right, by burning. Or killing the dragon, I don't know. Dining hall should be this way, and there's a pantry. Let's go to the pantry. Pantry, is there anything you need? The cat! Oh, the kitty! As you approach, the cat immediately begins making demands of you. Purr. Great queen, how fortuitous. My campaign to subdue this province in your name has reached a stalemate. Meow. The locals have transformed the terrain itself into a weapon. Look, the sheer cliff vexes my powerful and whitey frame. Okay, so it kind of seems like he's probably trying to climb up on one of the high shelves here and is running into trouble. Meow! Yes! And so I seek your aid, but alas, your royal height is also insufficient for this purpose. Surely such an obstacle cannot surpass the resources at your disposal. Yeah, you suppose you could pile up some of the junk in here to help him move out. It's not like the court is going to use any of it right now. Add something to the pile. Yeah, I'll put some of my wood. I'm using all of my meta progression on helping the cat. I don't care. Okay. Oh my god, there's so many things to do. Okay, we're gonna go back up on the ladder. I'm totally gonna need that progression, but I don't even care. Okay, now the dining hall. Is there nothing else going on? An argument is taking place. You hear echoes of an argument as you approach the dining hall. Now you can see and hear the participants clearly. After listening for a bit, you surmise that the argument concerns the thermostat and its current setting. We've been streaming for so long. But that cannot be satisfying. I just don't believe you actually enjoy that. What? What's not to like about taking it easy? It's boring. Who cares? Boredom's underrated. Relax. You think you've heard enough when you're preparing to quietly leave when, hey, it's Her Majesty. Maybe she can help settle this. Actually, I believe Her Majesty is the only one who can settle this. Okay. Our debate concerns the thermostat. It is my firm belief that only maximizing our strife will we find any meaning in this war. Yeah, but who needs meaning, man? Let's just have a good time. Let's crank up the comfort. Either way, since Your Majesty is the only one with enough authority to make these adjustments, we'll ask you to render judgment. But should you make the correct decision and raise our strife to level 5, I will give you this. She shows you a nondescript key she has attached to a lanyard. But, you know, that's going to be hard. You should just chill out and raise the comfort level to 5 instead. He casually produces a different key. Then you'll win this key. Easy peasy. I fail to see how anything done at comfort level 5 could qualify as winning. I mean, who cares? Those keys look awfully familiar. Where did they get them? No comment. We're not permitted to reveal that information. Puck gave them to us. Did you not hear what I just said? Yeah, but who cares? Her Majesty figured that out already anyways. As it stands, the thermostat is currently set to comfort level 1. Hey, look at that. Feels pretty good, doesn't it? Please, Your Majesty, I strongly urge you to change course. This is the duality of the two types of commoners I'll get sometimes when it's like comes to like ascension levels or like crucible levels and Peglin or whatever. Some people want to like obviously see it on the hardest difficulty, and some people want to like be like, well, it's it gets unreasonable at that point. I tend to always play on the hardest difficulty that I can in a game as I unlock them, but this is a very interesting situation it's putting us in because it seems like I'm gonna have to try to do a run both at comfort 5 and difficulty 5 to get both of the 4 because we need keys for the whatever the thing is, right? But despite all this, you can't adjust the thermostat again until tomorrow. They'll both have to wait. So that is interesting. So I don't know. Let me know in the comments down below if we do another episode, which I honestly want to because this is one of my favorite games I've played in a long time. Let me know what you want us to do first. But otherwise, I feel like we've done most of this here. Weak men create hard times. Hard times create strong men. Strong men create good times. Something like that. Yeah. As long as we don't kill ourselves, we'll see. Let's see. Okay, head elsewhere. Is there anything else I haven't done yet? Office, gates. Have we gone to the chapel? I'm assuming chapel would do something if we had died. Eventually, you find yourself in the court's chapel where a television displaying a test pattern stands at the altar. There's a solitary figure standing in front of the TV. You can't see him clearly from the distance, but you know it is Puck. Ooh. The floor still's unstable. Should you approach Puck? Yeah. Reality bends beneath your feet as you approach Puck. The room threatens to redefine its boundaries. You're earlier than expected, my queen, and yet somehow still too late. He mutters something underneath his breath, then gives you his full attention. Well then. You had questions for me, did you not? It looks like we have precisely enough time for one earnest answer to one of your queries. You express some incredulity at this statement. He's prepared to answer your questions now. He flinches in response. My queen, you simply must wield your skepticism with greater subtlety. That statement was clearly formed as a question which I'm afraid I must now answer earnestly. Oh, he can only answer one question, and we technically asked a question. So yes, in this time and this place, I am both willing and able to give you satisfying responses without resorting to deflection or trickery. With the one restriction being that, as I said, we have time for only such response. A response which I have just provided in answer to your question of whether I am now prepared to provide such responses. Which means our time is now up. I pray I will never see you here again. And then it falls apart. Oh. That was the run. With time and repetition comes comfort. Our maximum level of comfort has been increased to 2. Okay. I think this right here is the good stopping point. So the question is, does it save? Last save was, can I save? Let me press OK. Okay, what about now? This seems like a good quit to menu. Okay, here we go. There we go. Wow. What a game. This straight up, because Mugenics came out today, or this year. I was going to say, like, is this already my game of the year? This is already one of my game of the years, though. This is crazy. I'm going to try to do more of this because this is very intriguing because it almost feels like a roguelite. Like, it's kind of a roguelite. It's kind of a story game and a dialogue game and a match 3 game and a tower defense game. And I don't know how to explain this, but this is a one of a kind game. This is special. So let me know, obviously, if you guys want to see more. But I might force more anyways because this is crazy. And there we go. And wow, I knew that I love checking out weird games and weird experiences like this, but I truly didn't think it was going to potentially be one of my games of the year. Like, please, I hope you guys enjoy this series, but please let me know if you do want to see more. I will probably force it anyways. It's just, I'm forcing so many series, right? Like Mouse and Eugenics and this, but I think I might have to because this game is just too good. So let me know if you want to see more. Make sure you subscribe, ring that bell like the big boy YouTubers say, to be notified if and when more Titanium Court videos come out. If there are some, they'll be on the screen right next to me. And if you're going to be grinding out some of Titanium Court on your own, then I wish you luck, and I'll see you all next time.